Well, it's that time. The top 100 on NFL Network, they're ranking the top 100 players of 2017, Bucky. They're down to the final 10. We've got those 10 names, so I've got a fun assignment for us. Let's just pretend this is a draft, okay?
Off the board.
Our personnel background, we're going to focus there for next season, not thinking long term, but if we're going to draft these 10 players for next year, how we would do it.
Let's do it. I think it's important that you get playmakers, pivotal playmakers. You can't miss with any of these top 10 guys, but certain positions have a little more priority.
All right, our first pick. We have the first pick in this draft of these 10 guys, Buck. I think we got to go quarterback.
Yeah, we got to go quarterback. I'm going to go with the best quarterback in the game, and I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is number one in this draft class because outstanding arm talent, tremendous accuracy, and then his ability to play sandlot football and make big plays, there's none better. We've seen this guy play at an MVP level, continues to take his team into the postseason, and not only does he take him on his back, he's shown that he can be a one-man game when he gets there and win games. We saw that when he did it in Dallas.
Yeah, if it somehow comes down to a Hail Mary, he's got you covered there as well. But you talk about maybe a little bit more arm strength than number 2 on this list, a little bit better athlete than number 2 on this list. But number 2 on our list, still pretty darn good, Buck, and he just collected his 5th ring. That's Tom Brady.
I mean, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. The things that he's been able to do with the cast of characters around him, he elevates the play of everyone. And we saw what he did in the Super Bowl 51 was historic, leading them all the way back, 28-3. His ability to raise his game when it was needed, those are the things that he's done continually throughout his career. He's number 2 on the list, just behind Aaron Rodgers. I don't think you can go wrong with either guy at the top of the board.
Tangibles, leadership, check. I mean, he's the greatest of all time when it comes to that. You look at the totality of his career. All right, number 3 on this list of 10 players, Bucky, I say we go to the defensive side of the ball.
Look, if you have a quarterback, you have to have someone that can knock them down. So I'm going to go with pass rush. Let's go Von Miller, number 3 off the board. Explosive pass rusher, a guy whose first-step quickness presents a huge problem to offensive tackles, and then it's his ability to get quarterbacks down. So many times we see pass rush that can come off the edge, they have the athleticism, but they can't get them down. Von Miller gets him down better than anybody that we've seen.
Well, he does get him down better than anybody. I'm totally with you on that. He'd be the 3rd guy for me as well. Number 4 on the list, I say we stay on the defensive side of the ball. We talk about everything Von Miller does. Khalil Mack does a lot of those same things, maybe a little bit more power-based than speed-based, but, man, he'd be a heck of a pick.
A heck of a pick at number 4. When you think about what he's been able to do, 2016 Defensive Player of the Year, his ability to punish people with power, doesn't do it in a finesseful manner, can come inside and outside. We have seen him continue to grow as a pass rusher. This is a dominant player on the edge. You're looking for him to be a franchise player, someone that you build the rest of the defense around.
All right, now we get to number 5 on the list. We've got some guys now. We still have one quarterback hanging out there. We've got some wide receivers, some running backs. Man, this is a tough one, Bucky, but we talked about this. We came to agreement. Let's go with we think the best wide receiver is in the entire game.
Best wide receiver. This is a passing league, so it's about quarterbacks and pass catchers or playmakers. And the playmaker that I want is Julio Jones. Julio Jones is the prototypical number 1 receiver. Commands a double team. He's big, fast, and physical. Finds a way to get it done between the numbers, but also down the field in the red zone, puts points up. He is the best receiver in the game. If I'm building a team, I want to make sure that I surround my quarterback with the best. He's the best one. I'm going to take him off the board.
Yeah, I just think about 3rd and 4. You can use that size and physicality to get you a first down or down in the red zone, can make things happen, but also have the added benefit. I think those guys shallow cross, he might go 80. So he's got that explosiveness to go with him.
I mean, he's a freak on the perimeter. You see him there taking the shallow cross, taking it the distance. You just don't see guys that are that big, fast, and physical that also have the polish to run routes and do some of the things that he does at the position.
All right, those are our top 5 players from this list of 10 here. Number 6 on the list.
Another freak of nature, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is the dynamic offensive weapon that everyone wants on their team. Look, he's listed as a running back, but he's a natural receiver. He can do it in a variety of ways. This guy averaged 157 scrimmage yards per game, only behind Priest Holmes and O.J. Simpson in NFL history in a single season. Terrific playmaker. I want him to be my guy. That is that RB1.
Best route runner from the running back position in the league. You with me on that one?
I'm absolutely with you. He's the best receiver that we've seen at that position. He is a natural. You just don't find those guys that can run routes at that size.
Oh, you talk about somebody that runs good routes and can make things happen. Number 7 on our list. Check.
How about that? Odell Beckham Jr. I have to have him. If I can't get Julio Jones, I want Odell Beckham Jr. And part of that is because you allude to the route running ability. But it's not only that. He's a natural playmaker with the ball in his hands. So many times we've seen him take these short passes and turn them into big games in New York. And I know people focus a lot on maybe the distractions that he may bring, but there's no disputing his talent on the field. Only Randy Moss, John Jefferson, and Odell Beckham Jr. have had at least 80 catches, 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns in their first 3 seasons. This is a special special player that we're looking at for the New York Giants.
It is raining nuggets right now. You are dropping them all over the place. I love these nuggets you got for us. All right, we got 3 players left. Let's order them here. With the 8th pick, I think we stay at the wide receiver position. We go to Pittsburgh.
Antonio Brown, best sandlot playmaker on the outside that we can find. This is a natural punt returner, someone who's terrific with the ball in his hands, does a great job of creating splash plays on the perimeter. Big Ben Roethlisberger and his connection is unparalleled. The amount of production that they've been able to put up over a 4-year period. I love Antonio Brown. I like what he brings to the table. He has some craftiness that you just don't see. I want this guy. If it's a 3rd and goal situation, I got to have somebody come up with a play. Antonio Brown's going to come up with that play for me.
Yeah, look, we've got a couple Steelers here. You talk about Le'Veon Bell being a tough cover. Antonio Brown, another tough cover. It speaks to that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Have 2 of the top 10 players going here. All right, number 9 on the list, Bucky. We've got 2 guys left. We've got Matt Ryan, coming off of the Super Bowl appearance, and we've got Ezekiel Elliott, who is the first rookie ever to crack the top 10 on NFL's top 100.
This is a real close one for me because these 2 guys are both terrific, but I'm going to go with the quarterback in this situation, Matt Ryan. And the way that Matt Ryan played last year at an MVP level, the way he was able to direct that offensive juggernaut, he's accurate, he's decisive, he's clutch. Matty Ice really came back from a subpar season to show people that, look, he deserves to be mentioned in consideration as one of those elite quarterbacks. I think he's elite. I believe you have to give him that after he played the way that he played last season.
Yeah, fair or unfair, they hold on to 28-3, Bucky. Maybe he moves up this list a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right, last one then. We mentioned him, Ezekiel Elliott, the first rookie to get on this top 10 for the NFL 100 list. And, look, can't do much more than he did year 1. We're talking about running the football, being involved in the passing game, not only catching the ball, but as a blocker, one of the best blocking backs in the league as a rookie.
Hey, look, one of the best all-around backs that we've seen coming out of college. He's one of the highest grades that I've given to a running back. He can do it all. We saw him lead the league in rushing. We talked about his ability to really be effective in pass protection. The one area where they haven't really utilized him is his receiving skills out of the backfield. I think that's something that we can look forward to in year 2. But overall, this is a terrific player. He is a guy that can strap up and put that offense on his back. And with him, and then you have Dak Prescott and Dez Bryant, I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be positioned to be a title contender for a number of years.
I'm looking forward to seeing how this all shakes out on the actual top 10, the way that the players voted. But with our personnel background, we looked at it. This is how we would draft them. Aaron Rodgers starts us off there at the very top, and then rounding it up, number 10, the rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.